Where were you 10 years ago? What were the things that you were interested in? What were some of your goals? What were some of your dreams? And then really grade yourself. Did you stay consistent with pursuing those with inspired actions? Or, did you dabble, and once you hit a plateau, did you stop and then jump to another goal? And the reason I say that is because we've all heard this many, many times from a lot of thought leaders, and that is we all overestimate what we can achieve in a year, but we drastically underestimate what we can achieve in 5 years or 10 years. And so I have a few steps that I want to share with you, and those steps are really about how to create more momentum, and how to accomplish some of your outcomes. And it's a very simple process. I mean, it's tried, it's true, and it's proven. And these simple steps, I can tell you, if you follow them and you become disciplined in them, and literally every single day, you'll watch yourself just getting a little bit better. Before long, when you look back in 1,000 days or 2,000 days or 10 years, you'll look back and you'll see how far you've actually come. And so with that being said, I'm going to get started. So step number one would be just to get clarity. Clarity is power. And so many times you ask someone, what their outcomes are, or what is it that you want, or why are you doing what you're doing, and they don't even have an answer. So what I would encourage you to do is, go get in a clean space, which is the most important. Get in an environment that's conducive to you just to being still for a few minutes, and go within your own mind, your own heart, your own body, and really get clarity of what it is that you really, really want. And when I say that, I'm challenging you because so many of us, I think that we think we know what we want. However, we're being driven based on what we think other people want for us, or what we think is what's acceptable. But I want you to ask yourself, what is it that you really want out of life? You're the creator, you're the designer of your life. And so remember this, clarity is power. The more clear that you can get on what you want to achieve in the next year, the next 1,000 days, and the next 10 years, then the more inspiration, the more fuel that you'll have to continue to move towards that goal. Because I'm going to tell you right now that any worthwhile goal, dream, or idea is going to take energy, effort, investment of your time in order to achieve it. And so my question for you is, do you have clarity? Take this time right now just to get clear on what it is that you truly want, and then ask yourself this, why do you want that? And then what are you willing to do? What are you willing to invest in order to achieve it? And are you willing to be consistent with time, energy, and effort in order to see the plan through, right? And so get clarity. Vision is power, right? Without vision, people perish. So create your own vision for yourself and where you want to be. Listen, clear eyes, full heart, you can't lose. I'm going to challenge you to use a tool that each and every one of us have, and that's called your imagination. Your imagination is the most powerful tool that you have to create your future. Napoleon Hill said in Think and Grow Rich, what the mind can conceive and believe it will achieve. And so here's what I want you to do, is I want you to use your imagination. I want you to close your eyes, and I truly want you to visualize. And the tool is for you to create excitement and energy around, your inspired action, what you're going to be going for. And so use your imagination, write down all the ideas that you have to be able to get excited, right? Like what truly excites you, what is going to allow you to tap into your own superpower. And your imagination is the best tool in the world to create your future. And remember, the more you use your imagination, the more your subconscious mind starts working with your conscious mind to see that you fill those shoes, so to speak. And so you have to make a decision that you are not going to settle for less. It doesn't mean that you're not going to run across obstacles. It doesn't mean that it's not going to be a challenge. It doesn't mean that there's not going to be times that you're going to get frustrated, right? Frustration is the means of saying that we're getting resistance, and resistance is your power. That means you're getting ready to break through to get onto the other side. So what I want you to do is just make a decision, write that decision down, put it in writing, and read it every day. Decide. Listen, decisions are a fact of life. We make hundreds and thousands of decisions on a daily basis. Here's the problem in today's society, and this is the challenge that you're going to have to make to yourself and that you're going to have to build this muscle, is that based on the conscious decision that you're going to make right this minute, that you commit to the decisions you make. And it's not a half-hearted commitment. It's not a commitment that if everything is right or, all of the variables, fall into place. But you have to commit to the decisions that you make or you will never see your plan through, right? So I want you to make a decision right now. You're going to raise your standard. The number one key for you to accomplish what you're wanting to accomplish is not to settle for anything less. To make a decision to go for it. And then number two is you have to commit to the decisions you make. And commitment today is very loose in today's society, right? But a real commitment is this. It's whatever it takes. It's whatever it takes. If you can't find the way, make the way. Get resourceful. You live at a time in life that you have more resources at your fingertips than any time in the history of the world. So remember, commit to the decisions that you make. And embrace the struggles, embrace the journey. I know it sounds cliche, but life and your goals and where you're going to end up is truly about the journey. It's not about the destination. Sometimes we have to let go of what we have to get what we've always wanted, right? Or we have to let go of the perception of all of these other things. And this is a step and a tool and a strategy that I took away from Warren Buffett. Many of you know Warren Buffett, one of the wealthiest people on earth, one of the most brilliant investors on earth. And what Warren Buffett does is the Warren Buffett rules. Like he writes down 100 things that he wants to accomplish, 100 goals. And then what he does is he circles his top 3 priorities, the top 3 that he wants. And then literally what he takes is he takes all of the other ones and rips them up because they don't matter anyway, right? So it's about a centralized focus. It's about creating focus for where you want to go. And when you do this, remember this, where focus goes, energy flows. What we want you to do is create so much energy that you're accomplishing your priorities, and the other things you'll watch, they'll kind of fall into place. But we don't want those to create distractions. So this is about simplify, simplify, simplify. By the way, a great challenge is not only simplify your goals, simplify your life. Look around your life and get rid of everything that you're not using, everything that's taking up noise or clutter, and simplify your goals. Once you have focus on those top 3 things, it's going to allow you to move with inspired action each and every day, right? Remember, where focus goes, energy flows. So do that right now. You have already created a plan, you've created this vision, you have a ton of stuff. It's good to have that, to reflect on it. Maybe make a vision board from all of those. But those top 3 goals you want to keep in front of you each and every day to create that laser focus. You're only going to be able to achieve what the systems and the disciplines that you put in your life allow you to support. And so what I want you to do right now is create the plan, right? Create a discipline and a plan based on actions that you're willing to take to get a little bit better each and every day, right? To create that habit. And a couple tips that I want you to do is as you're creating this plan, I don't want you to create this plan with a lot of overload, right? I want you to use simple techniques like SMART goals. I want you to create action steps that are attainable and achievable and something that you know that you can hit each and every day. Look, if you want to have more health or more vitality in your life and you're sedative and you're not working out, maybe the first goal is just moving your body 10 minutes a day and then celebrate that victory each and every day. And before you know it, if you just stay consistent with that and you put a system in place that allows you to achieve it, then you'll create real momentum, right? So you want to celebrate the little victories as you're creating this plan. Make sure that you put goals that you know that you can achieve, right? The results come later. These goals are the action goals that you're going to be taking each and every day. And make sure they're measurable goals, so you can be your best boss and your worst boss, so to speak, right? Is you want to make sure that you're doing things that you know you can accomplish and you have control of each and every day. So create a plan that is action-centric based on activities that if you do these activities, that it's going to help propel you into where you want to be in the future. Here's the last step, right? And hopefully this gives you a little bit of awareness. Momentum is this word that's used by a lot of people in a lot of parts of the world. And I've always asked myself, what's momentum mean? Well, momentum is about creating energy. Momentum can happen forward momentum or negative momentum, right? Positive momentum or negative momentum. And so what I'm going to encourage you to do is, how do you create momentum? Momentum is the inertia of energy moving forward. We want to create positive momentum. The best way to create momentum in your life is don't procrastinate. Take action now. That's how you create momentum. So we want to create momentum by taking an action now towards your goals. What's one thing you can do right now today that gets you one step closer, step by step? So go create a little bit of momentum in your life right now. And finally, the last step, it's about following through on that momentum, right? No matter what, it's about follow through. And remember, the results that you get give you a map that gives you some clues that if you're getting the results that you're wanting, you keep down that path. If you're not getting the results you're wanting, it's a great indicator to allow you to adapt and to shift, right? To work them smart. So go create momentum right now in your life. Do one thing that you might have been putting off. You might have been procrastinating, and use that as a mechanism just to follow through.